Off the top at 6, disturbing video you will only see on Local 10 News. A police officer dragged by other officers out of a famous Coral Gables restaurant. The troubling arrest happening at Hillstone on Miracle Mile.
But the cop who was arrested says he did nothing wrong and that his life was nearly destroyed because of what happened. Let's get right to Local 10 News investigator Amy Viteri with this exclusive tonight. Amy.
Well, Calvin and Nicole, we sat down with that officer now just hours away from filing a lawsuit against the city of Coral Gables and the two officers who arrested him. He says he was demoted and his professional reputation severely damaged after he was charged with battery on a law enforcement officer and resisting arrest with violence, none of which he says ever happened.
What happened to me was a crime.
It was November of 2018 when Ben Guerrero says two off-duty officers working security at Hillstone Restaurant in Coral Gables yanked him off a bar stool and dragged him outside.
They perp walked me through the restaurant again in handcuffs.
A humiliating experience for anyone, but perhaps even more so for Guerrero, a law enforcement officer of almost 40 years, who is deputy chief of FIU's police force, a lawyer and adjunct professor at the university.
And this is you here.
This is me.
Surveillance video showing what happened. Guerrero says his group was having dinner at the bar. They asked to speak with the manager after a bartender cut off one of the women he was with.
The bar had a policy that they didn't serve people to the point of intoxication.
Everything seems calm. Then watch as an officer walks up to Guerrero and gestures for him to be quiet.
He puts his finger to his mouth, and then the next thing I know, he's literally assaulting me and throwing me off of a bar stool.
The police report says the bar manager asked officers to remove Guerrero.
No one ever told me to leave.
That manager gave a recorded statement to police looking into the incident, and here's what he says he told the group.
This is the decision that we've made and we're not going to serve you, but I did not give them any direction in terms of needing to close out or needing to leave.
Police also say Guerrero resisted, striking one of the officers in the face with an elbow.
I never struck anybody. That's clear on the video. They lied on the arrest affidavit. They transported me to TGK, to the jail, where they strip searched me and put me in a red jumpsuit, put me in an isolation cell because of the fact that I'm a police officer.
The state attorney's office declined to prosecute the case, but by then FIU had demoted Guerrero and cut his pay.
His income was severely affected, and this is something, more importantly, that he has to live with for the rest of his life.
The city attorney for Coral Gables told Local 10 in a statement the city is aware of the incident and stands by the actions of the officers in this case. If a suit is filed, we will evaluate the allegations made and respond appropriately.
This shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen to me. It shouldn't happen to anyone.
Coral Gables police tell us both of the officers involved in this arrest are still employed with the department. They say no internal affairs investigation on this case was initiated by anyone. We're live in Coral Gables tonight. I'm Amy Viteri, Local 10 News.
Amy.